Good morning and welcome to Coffee Ann, the longest running panel discussion show in American radio. To make a comment or ask a question to the panel, call 401-766-1240 or email coffee@woonsocket.radio.com. And now, let's join the Coffee Ann panel.
And good morning. It is Coffee Ann time on ON, AM, and FM. Thanks for joining us Tuesday morning, November 21st, 2 days before Thanksgiving.
How many
Coming
days?
up two, I believe. Not one, it'll be two. All right, this is Joe Callahan. Hello to you. This is Linda Tebow. Hi, Linda.
Good morning.
And Ed Carew from the Carew Investment Group. Hi, Ed.
Hello there.
And before we get to Ed's commercial, have any of you heard of this expression? I heard it for the very first time today, that today is not Tuesday. Today is Thursday. Have you heard that expression?
No.
Because today, in the whole 5-day work week, today's now really Thursday.
Oh, I see.
Wednesday will be Friday,
Yeah.
and then you have a 4-day weekend. So today feels like Thursday, so it's called Thursday now today.
Thursday. No, I have not heard that.
Oh, well, now it's a first.
Not the first.
Friday is still Friday, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, right.
Oh, you don't. The stock market open on Friday?
half a day, so it's
Half a-
half a Friday.
Half of Friday.
Yeah,
it's fry.
It's a fry.
It's a fry on Friday.
Jeez.
All right, we'll go around and let's make this a thing. Today is Thursday, okay?
Okay. If you say so.
All right.
Well, did you know that Thursdays are usually is really Friday Junior?
Yes, that makes sense, doesn't it?
it
Okay.
does.
It is time for our first message from the Carew Investment Group,
Look at
Ed.
Linda's face. If you all didn't see that, you missed
I
it.
know.
Everybody.
It's sort of Friday, but it's Thursday, so it's Junior.
Okay. No.
All right.
Oh, kids learning
Everything,
the days of the week are going to get all messed up. And go ahead. I'm
All
sorry.
right, Ed. Time for our first message from the Carew Investment Group.
Okay, thanks, Joe. Good morning, everyone. Ed Carew here of the Carew Investment Group at 68 Cumberland Street in Woonsocket. Are you retired or retiring soon? Well, that's great. Congratulations. You may be retiring, but your money can't afford to retire. I'm Ed Carew of the Carew Investment Group, 68 Cumberland Street in Woonsocket. At the Carew Investment Group, we offer personal investment management of client money, especially from the proceeds of their 401k distribution after they leave the workforce. So to find out more about our services and for professional management of your investments, give me a call or you can call my son Paul at 765-8880. Securities are offered through Bolton Global Capital, member FINRA and SIPC. Advisory services offered through Bolton Global Asset Management, a registered investment advisor.
All right, Ed, thank you very much. All right, I don't want to spend too much time on this because it's just so darn silly, but the whole thing with Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, as if TMZ, I guess that they're just looking for stories to keep this story going.
Where did they break up?
No.
Oh.
Now they said, well, gee, the Travis Kelce's parents and Taylor Swift's parents, they were supposed to meet on Monday Night Football. And it didn't happen. So now that becomes the story that they didn't meet.
They didn't meet.
And boy, I said, boy, are they stretching. And leave these people alone.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
God.
So now it gets pushed down the road, and so now they'll just keep following it until the parents do meet. And you'll hear all about it.
Oh, greedy.
It'll be on network news.
It will. Well, that's big doings when
That is
parents meet.
that is
It
big
is.
doings. Now Taylor is out of the country.
Yes.
She's down in Buenos Aires.
Buenos Aires.
in
Did you see
Argentina.
that?
Yeah, someone died
Someone died
at a concert.
at a concert.
It does say that the woman felt sick during last Friday's show. She was taken to the stadium's first aid center. Then they took her to a hospital, and she died an hour later.
Yeah.
Didn't say what she died
It's the
of.
heat.
but- Was it the heat?
Heat.
The heat.
Lack
yeah.
of hydration.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
Ugh.
the heat.
Rough. Okay, Ed, with the shortened work week.
Yes.
This week, does are things slower on the stock market because people are just looking ahead and waiting for Thanksgiving?
Tomorrow is going to be nothing
snoozer.
going on, and Friday even less.
Less. So today's the day to get things done.
Yeah,
on the
yesterday
stock
was
market.
yesterday and today. Yeah.
Will be big. Okay, so today, Monday and Tuesday, big days, and we go into slow motion.
Yeah, yeah.
On Wednesday and Friday. How come? I know it's Black Friday on Friday, but why is it only a half a day on Friday? Just
Now, that
tradition?
is a question that I've been asking myself
really?
for 37 years since I'm a broker.
Can't get a good answer.
That's the way they do it.
It's the way we've always done it.
That's the way they've
We
always
don't,
done
We
it.
don't want to rock the boat.
Nope.
Is it a 9 to 12 kind of thing?
It's a
and we're
9 to
done?
1, 9:30 to 1.
One.
Market opens at 9:30 every day.
Okay.
9:30 to 1.
and they don't want to switch it up and go, hey, how about we open at 1 and go to 4?
No,
You
I
can sleep in after eating all the turkey.
I think there's something about not having all those days off in a row, not having the market closed all those days off in a row.
So yeah, they don't want it closed for it'd be 4 days.
Yeah.
Basically. Okay. Well, all right, makes sense. But okay, yeah, the market's open, but I don't hear any bells going off. No.
The only
ding,
time
ding,
I
ding.
remember it ever being closed for successive days was at 9/11.
Okay.
You know, when the infrastructure was not
Yeah,
able
there.
to support
right,
it.
right, yeah.
How long were they down for? Like a week?
About a week, yeah, it was
Okay.
a week, and then after that, when they reopened, it was half days for a week,
Okay.
if I remember correctly.
Is that because they couldn't handle the volume of,
Right, they couldn't handle the
of the
volume.
computer
and trying to
structure
get- yeah, right.
at the time?
Yeah.
Wouldn't want it to crash. Okay. All right. So if you're buying and selling, today's the day to do it on the stock market, I guess. All right. I wanted to bring this up. I know Linda, your husband's a Bruins fan, right?
We watched last night. They
Yeah.
lost.
Too bad on that loss. Yeah.
Yeah.
But okay, Milan Lucic was supposed to be arraigned yesterday. It didn't happen. Now he's being arraigned today. So have you been following this story at all?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It turns out he was arrested on last Friday night. He was drunk, allegedly, but according to police reports, came in at like 1 in the morning and was drunk. Okay, that's not a crime.
No.
He's only played 4 games. He's played 4 games. He has 2 assists, and then he got hurt.
Okay.
A lower body injury. They don't get more specific than that. So he's got a hurt leg. So anyway, he comes back on Friday, and I guess he gets into an argument with his wife. Something about his cell phone, and where either it's his or hers, and they can't find it, and he gets mad, and blah blah blah. And in the police report, it's indicated that he pulls her hair. So he is arrested for assault and battery. And then I heard another news report that if he's convicted, he could face 2.5 years in prison and a $5,000 fine. Now he can handle the $5,000 fine; he makes a ton of money. But I'm thinking, boy, that's a pretty stiff sentence. If
Well-
that's all he gets convicted of is pulling her hair.
Well, I think there's something about choking too.
right.
I heard something
I-
about choking. Not a good idea.
I've heard that too,
Yeah.
and about and it even said
Allegedly.
that she had red marks,
Yeah.
like around her neck.
Yeah.
Now she's denying
Yeah.
that he did anything like that.
Well, sure, because she doesn't want him to
Go to jail
go
for
to
that
jail.
one.
Yeah.
So okay, so more of this is coming.
Yeah,
as
and
he's
as
arraigned
far as the
today.
sentence, I mean, domestic violence is pretty bad,
Yes.
and it sometimes gets worse,
Mm-hmm.
and especially when there's alcohol involved.
The way I heard it,
Mm-hmm.
it was the cell phone. He couldn't find his cell phone, and he started giving her a rash of crap.
About it, yeah.
Yeah, and she turned around and walked away from him, and he
Yeah.
reached out and grabbed her hair and said,
Say,
"You're not going anywhere."
Don't walk away from me, kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
According to the police report, when she did call 911, she did say that Leachik tried to choke her. I guess, but
Yeah.
when the cops got there, then
Yeah.
she was kind of denying that.
Yeah.
No, that didn't happen. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. You don't know what's right.
And
so.
that happens a lot because in domestic violence, lots of times the wife or
Will say something,
the
and
injured
then-
party
yeah.
will
And
protect
then-
the person that's
Yeah.
Right.
hurting her or him.
Or him. Yeah.
Yeah. So
All right.
that happens.
Well, more on this to come as the arraignment will be taking place today, and he's on an indefinite leave. From the Bruins,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I'm like, well,
Yeah.
that's not good. All right, so I was having a little fun with Ed today because
Fun with Ed.
Fun with Ed.
Fun with Dick and James.
Because whenever there's a story that comes out of Middleborough, you gotta
of
say,
course.
Ed, you know what's going on in your town? And well, it turns out there's a teacher in Middleborough at an autistic school, or was it an autistic class?
No,
Ed?
it's a school for children with
children.
disabilities.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
all right.
special need kids.
And the man's from a man from Attleboro who teaches there was arrested.
Oh, I
hitting-
saw that,
hitting-
but I didn't know it happened in
Slapped
Middleborough.
slapped a child in the head. 10-year-old child.
Yeah.
50-year-old man.
Yeah.
He's a good sized guy too.
Did you see him? Yeah.
Yes.
Big guy.
So
So,
the child was from Wareham. The guy was from Attleboro, so
Attleboro.
leave us out of it.
It's only a coincidence.
We were doing good. We have a school.
You have a special school, right? Wow.
It just so happened, it's like, there's a 5-car accident. Happened to happen in Middleborough, kind of thing. But,
Nobody was from there.
But nobody's from there. That's right. So, but yeah, it's too bad that this happened. I from what I understand, there was a fight amongst kids, and when they were separating them, the kids, and they got special needs, and sometimes they say the things they're not supposed to. And,
Yeah.
And I hear this, he was saying things to the guy, and the guy just got upset, and then he hit him, and
Yeah.
it's too bad, and you can't do it, but emotions take over sometimes.
Yeah.
And should he be arrested? Well, yes. What's going to happen? I hope I don't know how long he's been there. I don't know what his record
Yeah.
is.
Oh, he's already been fired.
Has he been fired already?
Yeah,
I didn't hear that.
sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that was
Yeah.
quick.
Well, you
Yeah.
know what it is, special needs kids and people that work with them are trained,
Not to do that.
yeah,
All right.
how to handle situations
Yeah.
like that. And, but they're human and
And I'm
things
sure,
happen,
but I'm sure
sadly.
the parents of the 10-year-old were
Oh, then,
pretty,
yeah.
pretty upset and
Well,
want
yeah.
this guy fired.
Well, they pulled the little guy out of that school.
Already?
They said, yeah, they did.
Yeah, they interviewed
Yeah.
the kid's mother.
Yeah,
Already? Okay.
yeah,
They said he's got to go someplace else.
yeah.
Yeah, she said at first she wasn't upset, not that upset about it
Yeah.
until she heard the rest of the story.
I see.
And then she really wants this guy to have the book thrown at him.
Yeah.
Well, okay. All right.
Now, I don't, you said teacher. I don't think he was a teacher.
Yeah.
Teacher's aide. Was
I
he,
thought he was how can I say, not a guidance counselor, but just some kind of a counselor over there,
Yeah.
but not really a teacher.
No.
But
Like a
maybe
like,
I'm wrong.
like a
Well,
janitor,
yeah,
maybe?
Right. Well,
No,
no.
no.
And they have personal attendants too sometimes, or teacher assistants or
Yeah,
counseling people.
I just
yeah.
didn't think he was a teacher.
Yeah.
I hadn't heard that
Yeah.
name.
Yeah. I don't think they said teacher.
No, I didn't hear that.
They did not identify.
I thought he was
what
some kind of
did.
a counselor.
Yeah.
All right. Can I find it real quick?
I don't know.
No.
No, you never find it real quick when you're looking for it real quick. When you're looking for something else, it's bound to pop up.
Oh, yeah. And, a man with a rock robbed a Coventry gas station.
Man with a
I
rock.
heard
A
about
rock, that was his weapon.
Yeah, and a
Like-
bag over his head.
It does say school counselor. Now that's
So
just
he was a
that's
cou-
the headline.
Yeah,
Yeah, I thought he was a counselor. Yeah.
that's even worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The school provides therapeutic services for students with a wide range of challenges. That's from the statement. Stephen Ademic was an adjustment counselor at the school. So not really a guidance counselor, but
No, just
how
a
to
counselor.
deal with what's going on in your
Yeah,
life with
exactly.
people
Exactly.
with kids with
Yeah.
special needs. And
Yeah.
so yeah, okay. Assault and battery with a dangerous weapon, that would have been his hand. Assault and battery on a person with an intellectual disability, and threat to commit crime, solicitation of a crime as well. So he's got a few things going against him here. So, all right, so that's what happened there. So yeah, down in Coventry, officers have arrested a Coventry man accused of robbing a gas station over the weekend using a rock. I will, I'll hit you with a rock. This happened Sunday night. He was wielding a rock and wearing a bag over his head. He approached the counter, warned the clerk that he had a knife, demanded money. He left the gas station carrying a small safe. Here's the safe.
I got the whole safe.
You open it. That's pretty funny. Yeah, carrying a small safe and some cash and cigarettes, because those are
He's gonna bring
expensive
it to a
too.
locksmith in Middleborough.
Open this for me. So police noticed the patrol spotted the man entering a parked car near the gas station shortly after the robbery was reported. They chased him through town. He pulled over, still in Coventry, almost made it to West Warwick. The man, Rogowski, hopped out of the vehicle, jumped. Oh, now he's gonna make a run for it. Jumped down an embankment, took off running into the woods. They started searching the woods, and they, here's a good work. They used a drone
Yeah.
because it's real thick. And it's probably nighttime.
Did he
so
run
it's tough
through
to
the woods
find.
with the safe, or
It doesn't say.
did he put it in a safe place?
Maybe he just left it in. He was hiding in shallow water. No, that's not right. Yes, he went to Kent Hospital. treated for possible hypothermia.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Police said the safe cash of the cigarettes he stole were found inside the car. So no, he wasn't running with the safe under his arm.
Oh, God.
He does have an extensive criminal record. Held without bail Monday at the ACI. So I've never. That's smart of the gas station. Hey,
Yeah.
You want the money out of the safe? Here's the safe.
Safe, safe. Yeah.
You figure it out from
Figure it
here.
out.
Yeah, I don't know the combination. Here, take the whole darn
That's
thing.
right. So we had an issue in Cumberland where they were doing the road work near where 295 is, where the two rotaries are, in that area.
Yes,
of,
I know what you
Cumberland.
mean. Uh-huh.
All right, a Cumberland police officer was involved in a hit and run accident. He's out there standing, directing traffic, gets hit by someone on a motorcycle. And the guy on the motorcycle takes off.
Wow.
And now the Cumberland police are seeking help from the public, trying to find the motorcycle driver. The incident occurred near the Diamond Hill Rotary. He was just directing traffic. He was not injured. Good. The motorcyclist was reportedly speeding and riding recklessly prior to the incident. That's one of those times where they start passing all the cars.
Yeah.
Oh, he's out of control. And then he jumped on Interstate 295 and went north into Massachusetts. So a photo of the rider was captured. I don't know how. And if you want to take a look at it, it's on Channel 12's website. So maybe you recognize this person. But
Probably end up in.
hey, Middleborough.
Yeah, probably did, yeah.
'Cause that's how you get there from Cumberland. You got to go up 295 north
Yeah,
first.
right.
295 to
Nine-
44.
Well, 95. Well, I go 95 north to 495 south, and that way, and then 44.
Yeah.
There you
Yeah.
go.
That's how you get to Middleborough.
Y'all can't get there from here.
You got a nice. You have a nice rotary though in Middleborough.
Yeah,
right?
it's a very nice
It's-
rotary.
it's-
Yeah,
it's
two lanes,
lanes.
wide all the way around.
It's huge.
With five streets
Streets
five
off
rows
of it,
coming
yeah.
off of it. Yeah, really.
And the only known Friendly's restaurant, I think that's still in operation,
Yeah, that's over there too.
is right
yeah,
there on
yeah.
the rotary.
Yeah, and on the other side of the rotary is a Dunkin' Donuts with a
course.
fireplace and a sofa.
Oh
and,
yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
for enjoying your coffees.
It used to be a bank a long time ago.
Okay.
Before I moved to Middleborough, it used to be a bank, and so that, they was, I guess it was like a seating area, but
Yeah.
it's still there, and people will go in there, and on one side they have like tables.
Yeah.
On one side, but on this side they've got a couple of couches and a fireplace and stuff like that.
That's so funny to hear because my daughter works at a Dunkin' Donuts,
Uh-huh.
and they don't have any of those kind of amenities. They have a couple of tables and chairs, but amongst their workers, it's it's get your stuff and please get out.
Yeah.
Please leave this establishment. We don't want you hanging around. But not down there. You'd be much more welcoming in Middleborough.
Yeah,
Come in and sit down,
absolutely. Yeah,
stay a
yeah.
while.
Yeah, the one in North Smithfield, they don't have a fireplace, but they do have a sitting, and people do gather.
Yeah.
Yeah, around like comfortable couches.
Do
And,
they?
yeah,
Good.
yeah, yeah.
Guess it all depends on where the Dunkin' Donuts is.
Yeah.
All right, Ed, time for a second message, please, from the Carew Investment Group, and then we'll take a break.
Okay, thanks again, Joe. Good morning again, everyone. Ed Carew here of the Carew Investment Group at 68 Cumberland Street in Woonsocket. Our telephone number is 765-8880. And if you're looking for an investment firm that puts you first and works hard on your behalf, I'd like you to consider us. We're right here in Woonsocket, and we've been in business since 1987. So you don't have to go out of town for an experienced advisor or work with an advisor based in Boston or New York or who knows where, probably someone you're never going to meet. And we encourage our clients to come to the office and sit down with us as often as they like. Why? Because we like to do business the old-fashioned way. We want to get to know you on a more personal basis so that we're more attuned to your financial needs. So if you're interested in speaking with us for a free, no-obligation consultation, find out more about how we'll invest your money, you can call me or Paul at 765-8880. Securities are offered through Bolton Global Capital, member FINRA and SIPC, and advisory services offered through Bolton Global Asset Management, a registered investment advisor.
All right, Ed, thanks. More of the Coffee and program coming your way. Comments and questions can be called in 766-1240.
You know, when you're paying the right price for protection, you just know it. It's that warm, fuzzy, totally secure feeling, knowing that you're not only getting great coverage, but you're also not paying too much for it. And when it comes to your insurance, there's no one better at getting the right price for your protection than Allstate agents Kara and Celeste Benjamin, because they know when it comes to your bank account, every penny counts towards something bigger, something better. like a nicer car, that home update you've been dreaming of, or a phone that's fresh out of the box. Those little or big things that we work so hard for. And Kara and Celeste Benjamin want to help you work a little less by getting you the coverage you need and the savings you deserve when you switch to Allstate. Contact Kara and Celeste Benjamin at the Benjamin Agency. One agency, two locations in North Smithfield and Bellingham. 765-5000 for a free quote today. Allstate, you're in good hands. And you're in good hands with Kara and Celeste Benjamin at the Benjamin Agency. Savings vary based on the average annual savings reported by new auto customers surveyed in 2019 who switched to Allstate.
Hi, everyone. This is Bill Schneck with the Circle Laurier Club and past president of the Woonsocket Lions Club. On Friday, December 1st, the Circle Laurier will be hosting an all-you-can-eat beer and dynamite to benefit the 2023 Milk Fund Appeal. The price is $15 a person, and it runs from 6 to 9 p.m. at the Circle Laurier, located at 165 School Street here in Woonsocket. Joining me will be Katrina LaPierre. Katrina, tell us about this night's events, please.
Thanks, Bill. I'm excited for the Milk Fund kickoff. We have music by Woonsocket's finest DJ, Buddy D, to get us in the holiday spirit. Please join our Facebook group, Milk Fund, to see our raffles and silent auction items. New things are added daily. Let me tell you about a couple of auction items. We have a $250 K's gift certificate donated by Dave and Donna LaHoose, and we have lunch with the judge, Rhode Island's famous and America's favorite Judge Frank Caprio. Details are on our Facebook group page. We look forward to seeing you on December 1st.
Tickets will be available at both radio stations here in the city, as well as at Circle Laurier the night of the event, December 1st.
The Coffee and Panel is enjoying coffee from Down East Coffee in Pawtucket. They're a 62-year-old family business that roasts all its coffee right here in Rhode Island. Founded originally as Excellent Coffee Company, they provide great coffee to food service establishments throughout New England. ON Radio. Coffee Ann on ON. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callahan here with Linda Tebow and Ed Carew. Front page story in today's Blackstone Valley Call-in Times. We had an accident right near the radio station here. Happened in Saturday morning, 3:40 in the morning. A man in a pickup truck is stopped at the lights on at Park Ave and Logie Street. Gets hit in the back. Gets rear-ended by somebody. And then so the man, Joshua Robinson, he's the one that did the hitting allegedly. Does the smart thing, gets out of his car and runs away.
Oh, yeah, that's always smart.
Now, according to the story, you can read the whole story. I'm going to be paraphrasing here. But Robinson runs away, says he got a ride from somebody else who took him to his house or apartment so he could get his license, which he did not have on him, and then came back to the accident.
He went back.
He went back. And now, but there's gaps in his story. He says he was all alone in the car, and other witnesses say, no, 3 people got out and they all ran in different directions. Were you really the driver? I don't know. Apparently, it must be his car, though.
Yeah.
Says, look at the registration. So he was arrested, and
He went back, though. That's
yeah.
interesting.
As they're still working on at the crash scene, he comes walking back and says, "Well, I don't want to get in trouble for not having my license on me." So I don't know.
Interesting.
But one of those things, and it's always one of my bigger, fears when I'm driving and stopped at a red light, and you look at the rearview mirror and you wonder, is that car going to stop behind me?
stop?
Do
Yeah.
they notice that I'm stopped?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do
think about
they?
that.
And I'm like, because I've had friends that they've gotten into accidents. It was a man and his wife, and he was on Newport Avenue in Pawtucket, and he actually told his wife, "Hang on, we're about to get hit."
Yeah.
And he was right,
Yeah.
and he got hit. And what's always odd about those kind of accidents, and maybe you can talk to this, Linda, being the registered nurse. After he gets hit, how do you feel? Oh, I feel okay. You want to go to the hospital? No, everything's fine. The next day, 24 hours later, everything hurts.
Everything hurts, of course.
Neck,
Yeah,
back,
neck sure
arm.
does, yeah.
Why does it take so long for
Well,
that to take place?
I think at the beginning you don't know. You get adrenaline going and all of that, so you feel,
Yeah.
and you're just glad that that everything's moving.
Moving, and I can walk
and
and
I can walk
breathe
and
and-
talk,
yeah,
and
yeah,
I'm
okay.
not dead.
That's right. That part's all
this
good.
is good. And so then, okay, now the next day, those muscles are saying, oh, by the way, remember that accident?
Yeah.
That's what happens, the whiplash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I kind of attributed to a time when I was a kid, and I was sledding through my backyard and through the woods. And it was on one of those sleds with the runners.
The real sleds.
The real
yeah,
sleds,
the
not
real
a toboggan,
sleds.
a real
Yeah,
sled
real sleds.
with the runners. And
yeah.
I had you could steer it a little, but we were on a little path going in and out, and one of the side handlebars basically hit a small tree, and the tree didn't move. And the sled stopped,
Yeah.
and Joe slid right off.
Of course you did.
Right off the sled, and now I'm in the snow. Wow, what was that? Okay, but I felt fine.
Sure.
And but in the middle of the night, this is luckily I shared a bedroom with my younger brother. I woke up and my neck was killing me, and now I'm trying to wake up my brother. I'm smacking his bed. I don't want to move because everything hurts. I'm like. And he finally woke up and said, "Go get mom and dad." I was in a neck brace for 4 days after
Yeah,
that
sure.
because of it hurt so much.
Yeah.
They took X-rays. Okay, nothing's torn, nothing's stretched, nothing's
Yeah.
broke.
Yeah.
That's good. And
It's all muscle, soft tissue.
oh yeah, it's just oh boy, that hurt for a while. So it must be kind of the same thing
Yeah.
that your body will let you know in a day what's really painful about this. So. But I do worry about that with cars, and I hope
especially when
they
you
stop.
get hit from behind like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really not good.
The Cranston police in 1985, there was a skeleton they found along the side of I-95, and they said, "We think we know who this is, but 1985 don't have quite the technology that we have now. We thought we had pretty good technology then, but we didn't. Things change,
Things get better.
And so here it is. They think it was a man that disappeared in 1981 in Cranston. They found the skeleton in 1985. He's finally been identified, and it was the person they thought it was. That person's name is Keith Olson, and they had to do a lot with the body. They had to send it down to Texas and do all sorts of stuff with it down there. But yeah, they finally did it, and he was last seen leaving with a couple of guys and. Back in 1981, and those other couple of guys were linked to organized crime at the time. So, Now, one of the persons of the two has already passed away. But they believe the other person might know a little bit about this situation, so they're looking for that person now, who's got to be in his 80s or 90s.
As long as he's not in Middleborough.
That's right, and we're not working for that school, right?
Right.
So they're still trying to determine how this person died. I don't know if there was a. I think they would have said if there was a gunshot to the head or blunt force trauma
that
or
they
something
would
like
see.
That. You would see that
it.
in the
Yeah,
skull.
you would see that. Yeah.
But that's not
No.
evident right yet. So maybe shot in the chest or something like
Yeah.
that. And now there's
But usually a gunshot, they could see that.
yeah.
You know.
So well, maybe that's the point. They're just we got to be sure. and
Yeah,
we'll work on the whole
mean,
thing.
I think that was on cold case.
Oh, was it? The
Was
TV
it a
show?
cold case kind of a
Well, it
thing?
was.
Yeah, I think I saw something
because they couldn't
in the news about
identify.
that.
We have this body, we can't
yeah,
identify it.
Yeah.
So who knows? Does anybody have any kind of information? So, but they worked on it. The people sometimes say, "Oh, the police have forgotten about my story or my
Yeah,
situation,"
but they don't.
and they haven't.
Yeah.
It's just things just take a really long time.
Well, and I think now there's a whole lot more technology and
Oh yeah.
and lab finding. The forensics
Yeah.
have changed dramatically since then,
Mm-hmm.
and what they
And,
can find.
It's amazing what they can do
Yeah.
and what can be found. So, all right, let's take another break here in the Coffee and program and bring you the weather forecast, which is being brought to you by the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation.
Clouds increasing all day with a high of 41 degrees and a breeze from the north. Tonight, 100% chance of precipitation. A slight chance of snow before 9 p.m., switching to rain all night with an overnight low of about 35 degrees and a breeze from the east. Little or no snow accumulation is expected. Wednesday's weather, rain mainly before 1 p.m., high of 54, 100% chance of being wet outdoors, the wind swinging to the southeast and increasing to 25 miles per hour. New precipitation amounts of between 3/4 and 1 inch of rain are possible Wednesday. Wednesday night, rain tapers off. Thanksgiving Day, Thursday, mostly sunny and a high near 50. Friday, sunny with a high of 45. Saturday, mostly sunny and a high of 35. Sunday, partly sunny and 32. And on Monday, a 30% chance of a shower, partly sunny skies and a high of 47.
Currently outside the Navigate Credit Union broadcast studio on the corner of Park Ave and Kennedy Street, we do have sunny skies and 30 degrees. The Crohn's and Colitis Foundation has been at the forefront of inflammatory bowel disease research and care for over 50 years. Learn more about research, education, and support at Crohn'sColitisFoundation.org.
Hi, I'm Kathleen LaValle at The Honey Shop. Check out our Facebook page at The Honey Shop RI, and there you'll see a whole list of our new classes and lots of fun things to do. You could join us for making limoncello, pizzas, pasta making, cheese making, so many fun things to do and learn.
Thanks, Kathy. Folks, if you love food, you'll love the Honey Shop, right behind the Dunkin' Donuts at Park Square in Woonsocket.
When you're thinking about a place to go out to eat with your family or the whole gang, or maybe something quieter for just the two of you, head over to ON Radio's website, woonsocketradio.com, and click on the restaurant guide. This gives you a listing of the best restaurants in the area. You can take a look at menus and possibly even make reservations. This is a great resource to see a bunch of restaurants all in one place. Remember, it's woonsocketradio.com and click on Restaurant Guide. And if you own a restaurant that's not already listed, call WOON Radio at 401-762-1240 for information on how your restaurant can be on the Restaurant Guide. Call Joe at 401-762-1240. And it's Coffee In on ON Radio. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callahan here with Ed Carew and Linda Tebow. And we talked, I think it was last week when the both of you were here, how the T wants $24 billion to fix everything.
Wow.
Did we talk about that?
Yes,
last
I
week?
think we did.
All right.
Yeah.
I bring it up only because I don't know how the T thinks that they're going to make money, but now a state transportation building in Boston is being converted into a congregate shelter site for migrants. The work has begun to transform 8 empty floors of the building at 10 Park Plaza in Boston into temporary living space for approved homeless families. The building is expected to be used as an emergency short-term shelter for around 25 families. T officials expect the shelter to operate just a few weeks until a more permanent location can be identified. And I think Massport came out and said, was it Massport that came out, and maybe you heard it, Ed, that said Logan Airport's not the place to house the migrants
Well,
either.
right.
Plus to
Yes.
sleep at the airport.
They're all sleeping there. Yeah.
I'm like, I agree, that's not a place for the migrants either.
No.
But I guess, empty office building if we're not,
But are they coming in by plane? No, how they just
coming
walk
by
there
bus.
by bus and then they just let's take a walk over to the airport.
I don't know how they get to the airport.
How do they get to the airport? Because they showed people sleeping there.
Yeah.
I think some of them do come in by
By airplane?
airplane, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you think they'd be
But
met
some
there.
of them are bussed there,
Yeah.
I guess. Oh, it's a crazy situation.
I know, and there's just seems to be no end to it, and when you start looking, okay, sleep at the airport. How about we sleep at the train station? How about the bus station? That shows you're running out of space.
Well, it is. One of them too. They said that what they were going to have for the homeless shelter was only at night though. So I guess in the daytime
They gotta leave.
They wander and then they can go back and sleep there at night.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't remember which place it was because
Could be any place.
they're
yeah.
converting a lot of places nowadays into shelters.
Well, yeah, that's right. Okay. Back here in Rhode Island, you big fan of eggnog, Linda?
At Christmas time I like an eggnog, but
Okay.
not, like a lot of it.
Do you like a little extra something in it,
Sure,
or just
sure,
okay?
sure.
Do you go for brandy? You go for rum?
Yeah, no, I don't like rum.
Rum. Okay, so a
Yeah,
little brandy.
brandy.
Anyway, I bring it up because Aruta's Dairy Farm, they're in Tiverton, and they like rice.
Yeah.
And they make their own.
Their own egg, yeah.
Well, They're issuing a voluntary recall of their eggnog.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Improper pasteurization. Boy, that could make you sick.
Yes, indeed.
So the affected products have Best Buy dates of November 25th and December 9th. The eggnog was distributed to a limited number of stores in Rhode Island and Massachusetts, probably in that area and not over in this area. The State Department of Health said the stores have been notified and the products have been removed from retail shelves.
Yeah.
So, and I wonder how they figured out that, it's these bottles, it's this batch that had the
Probably
improper
somebody got sick.
pasteurization.
Probably
and-
somebody got sick
and traced it back?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. We were talking
The
about
package is going to have a code on it.
Yeah.
right. We talked about this before we started, and about the eggnog and how Ed likes his eggnog neat. Now, do you sprinkle nutmeg on top too?
Yeah.
You do. All right.
Yeah.
She does it traditionally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
She
I mean,
knows how
but
to
you
have
know,
her
eggnog's something that really, it's so rich, and
yeah.
especially like if you go to the like Wrights and get,
Yeah.
Yeah.
The real eggnog.
the good stuff.
The good stuff.
The good stuff. It's so rich that one is good. One is good.
Yeah, but is it? Do you pour it in an 8-ounce glass, or
No,
more like
no,
more of a
just-
2 or a
just-
4-ounce
just
glass?
a little
bigger than
yeah,
a shot glass,
yeah.
right?
Because I mean, really, it's rich.
That's all you
It
need.
is.
It's rich. You really can't have a lot of those.
Do you like vanilla eggnog?
No, just
Just
don't,
you're plain.
just don't mess with it.
All right.
Yeah, the kind that Mom used to make.
Well, if you get vanilla eggnog, it's
Is
just
it-
it's like a vanilla milkshake is what it
Oh,
really is.
really? Oh.
Just as thick and just as
okay.
creamy.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what.
Vanilla shake.
Yeah, it doesn't take anything like eggnog.
No. Oh,
Not
no.
that I've noticed.
No,
But
I don't think I've ever had that.
I was mentioning it to Ed earlier. Out of the grocery store this past weekend, big run on the eggnog display of the real eggnog.
Really? Yeah.
This was
Yeah.
so. This was on a Sunday,
Yeah.
and so most of it was gone.
Wow. Yeah, see, for me, it's a Christmas.
Maybe people started at Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I guess I start early.
We have right after the turkey, we have our traditional eggnog
eggnog
toast as we
toast.
kick in for the Christmas season.
Yes, I know. Huh?
Let's see. Ed had he said, how does this work out? Because Massachusetts Governor Maura Healey has announced a statewide initiative to confront hate crimes in Massachusetts.
She has a task force.
Okay.
now.
The Hate Crimes Awareness and Response Team will work in conjunction with the Massachusetts State Police to track hate crimes and respond to incidents. Now, the Anti-Defamation League recently reported that hate crimes in the state of Massachusetts rose over 30% between 2021 and 2022. But Ed, you heard other numbers.
Yeah, I heard rose from 404 to 441 from 2021 to 2022.
All right.
But it's like Dave said, depends on what you
Consider a hate
define
crime.
as a hate crime when you're doing your particular report.
Yeah, so what constitutes a hate crime? Do you actually have to be arrested for something? Or is it just you calling someone a name? And someone reporting that someone on the street called me a bad name. Okay, one hate crime. I don't know. I don't know who
Yeah.
makes
Well,
up
I
these
think
words.
right now, especially, we're seeing a lot of, with
I
the war.
think this report may have more, not the one with 30%. That one is probably for calling somebody a name.
Yeah.
I think this one here is probably for something more serious, like hurting them.
Like assault. Or
Yeah,
Hurting
right,
them,
right,
yeah.
Just
yeah,
because
physically
of-
hurting them.
Right. Or even, graffiti on a place of worship or something.
Yeah, something like
you
that.
know,
would,
like
that,
the
that would be, yeah, I would consider
vandalism
that,
kind
yeah.
of thing, rock
Yeah.
through the synagogue or, yeah.
There were. We had a story on that. Can I find it? Yeah, hoax bomb threats were
That
received
too.
at numerous locations across Massachusetts on Sunday. State police say at least 3 houses of worship were targeted by threats, including synagogues in Needham and in Hingham. An unattended box caused the Bombyx, Bombyx, Center for Arts and Equity in Northampton to be evacuated, and the Florence Congregational Church received an email threat. A bomb threat was also received Sunday at Plymouth Airport, which was searched extensively and no devices were found.
Yeah.
So these things are kind of, I don't know. Do you think they just someone hooks up a computer and says, send these all out at a certain time, call these things at a certain time, and so we can have mayhem all at once?
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of that going on, though.
Yeah.
Joe, there is, there really is, and it's too bad. But with the situation with Israel and the riots and but she formed a task force,
Yes.
I believe. Yeah,
To
isn't that
to-
what
to
the
look into
latest
it.
thing that she's doing? Yeah,
Well, got to keep Maura busy, Ed.
yeah.
Yeah.
And if she's not setting up task force, she's asking for money.
It seems though sometimes task force
Get in the way.
or what
Don't do anything.
Yeah, I hope they do something.
Yeah.
I hope they can find out a way to help. But you wonder.
There was a report put out, and Family Travel Magazine was ranking the best New England coastal towns, and Rhode Island got in there.
Really?
Newport was named
Newport,
one of the
yeah.
best, but and there was one in Maine, one in Connecticut, one New Hampshire, but Massachusetts 5. Rockport, Provincetown, Nantucket, Hyannis, 6, Chatham, and Gloucester. Nice.
Nice.
If you haven't been to the North Shore of Massachusetts, Rockport and Gloucester are beautiful.
Yeah.
Up in the Cape Ann area, they don't nearly get enough credit like Cape Cod does, and which is nice if you go there. It's not as crowded, but it
Well,
is,
that's what I mean. Usually, good. They like it that way.
They probably do.
Keep it that way, right?
But they do. But it is especially in the summertime. It can be real nice up there. On a completely different subject that's been called in here, 766-1240. Yesterday was Joe Biden's birthday.
Yeah.
Yes,
81.
81.
81 years
81.
old yesterday. So
Yeah.
he's the oldest president ever in office. Yeah, I guess that's right.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. In office, this will be the biggest hurdle for him to be reelected. I agree, because others are they're going to bring it up. And then it's just a comment, and they said, they have a little question for us. I do know the answer to this. True or false? The average age for U.S. president is 55. I just heard that yesterday.
Is it?
That's true. When you go back and,
To John
to
Kennedy.
everybody,
Yeah, they put
and
it. Yeah, the age down.
I'm like, I don't know why I'm not running for president.
Then there you go.
I'm right in that perfect age group. So, something to think about. You look confused, Ed. Everything all right?
No, I'm
55 sound right?
I'm too old for that. I'm beyond 55.
But you're not 81.
I'm not qualified either. But then again,
Well, then again.
What do you mean to see, Ed? Speaking of Kennedy, they are having some kind of commemoration for him. The Kennedy Presidential Library and Museum in Boston will commemorate the 60th anniversary of his assassination. 60 years ago. How about that? So this will take place on Wednesday. There'll be musical performances. The American flag that covered JFK's coffin will be on display, along with letters of condolence that were sent to former First Lady Jacqueline Kennedy. Admission is free tomorrow, today really, and Wednesday, in case you happen to be in Boston and looking for something to do. So, wow. 60 years ago, huh?
I know. It seems like,
Just yesterday?
Yeah.
Maybe not yesterday, but just
can remember
maybe
where you
10,
were.
10 years
Yeah.
ago. Well, not me. Sorry.
Not you. You're not
Sorry,
old
guys.
enough, can you? Yeah.
But I have seen I have seen film clips
Yeah.
of the whole thing and saw the movie JFK. I think that covers it, doesn't it? The Oliver Stone movie. All right. We'll take another break here in the Coffee and program, but more coming your way, and we ask you to please stick around.
Our family caring for your family. The Holiday Retirement Home is a skilled nursing and rehabilitation facility with a home-like atmosphere where laughter is the best medicine. The holiday keeps their patients and residents involved in varied activities and events so they have the opportunity to live life to the fullest. The Holiday Retirement Home has their own in-house physical, occupational, and speech therapy staff with more than 300 years of combined experience. Stop in for a tour. The Holiday is right off Route 99 on Sales Hill Road in Manville, and for more information you can visit their website at holidayretirement.com.
Christmas in New York. The Northern Rhode Island Council of the Arts is hosting a bus trip to New York City on Saturday, December 17th. We'll get you to New York, and the day is yours. See the sights, visit a museum, see a show, whatever you like. The day is yours. Tickets are $90, and the bus will leave from the St. Anne Arts and Cultural Center parking lot at 5:30 a.m. For more information or to reserve your seats, email nrica@nrica.org or call Sharon at 401-767-7432.
All right, it is Coffee In here on ON AM and FM. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callahan here, along with Ed Carew and Linda Tebow. All right, so how many times has this happened to you? You ever get anything delivered to you by like Amazon or any of the big box stores that you've ordered? You've ordered something, and something shows up and it's not what you ordered? Or you haven't ordered something and you still get something something still shows up?
That happened
Yeah.
once. That happened
That
once.
happens.
Yeah, I didn't order anything, and all of a sudden I got
Did it come addressed to you?
no. And,
Oh,
and
okay,
I
they just
knew-
got the wrong address.
Like one time I knew it was people across the street, so I
Okay.
brought it over.
Yeah.
And then another time it was, my son laughed about it, but we still have Mom's house in Slatersville, in the village,
Mm-hmm.
and I went there, and there were flowers there. Somebody had just delivered a beautiful,
A
it was
bouquet?
Christmas time,
Yeah.
beautiful Christmas thing. Oh, and then I saw the address on it, and I said, well, I know these people, so I'll bring them. And my son said, you just did a reverse porch pirating. But I brought it. I knew it's a small, everybody knows everybody.
right.
So I took it, and I brought it to them, and they loved it. They invited me in.
Oh, that's nice.
Have a coffee.
What about you, Ed? Was it addressed to you, or was it somebody else and they just dropped it at your
It was
place?
Jane that got something, not I didn't.
Not you? Okay.
Yeah, she got it was a USB
Thumb drive?
thumb drive. Yeah, that was
Okay.
sent to her with her name
Uh-huh.
from a company we didn't know. And I told her to destroy it. I said, you put that on your computer.
Oh, yeah.
Who knows what might
Right.
happen?
Yeah, you know.
Oh, now that's really
And I'm
bad,
sure
yeah.
you were, like me, I would have been curious. Well, what's on it?
No, I was not
But,
curious.
No, I would have been, but smart.
But yeah.
Don't put it in the computer because who knows what could happen. I bring it up because Target, the store Target is apologizing. You heard this story?
Yeah.
Target is apologizing to a Minnesota woman. Who has received dozens of packages that she didn't order. Okay, Kelly Witter of White Bear Lake, Minnesota, says she returned home from a trip last week and found 133 boxes stacked outside her apartment.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Just-
God.
I'll say dozens. It was like 100. Yeah,
Yeah.
really.
Can you imagine being like the UPS guy or the FedEx or Amazon who keeps bringing the same package over and over to one place? Wondering, what is this woman doing? Wow. So, Witter says she's been getting packages from an eyewear company that sells online through Target's website for about a year. But last Monday's missed delivery was the biggest yet at 133.
Yeah.
By the time she broke down the boxes from the big mistake, she had another 10 boxes waiting for her. They just keep coming. Target released a statement saying they're working with the vendor to try and fix the problem. They haven't fixed it yet. We're trying to fix it.
Wow.
Now they're going to send her a gift card for the inconvenience.
So what does she do? She calls them and says, come back?
Do you know what she's doing with them? Is she sending them
Well,
back?
So far, there's, I don't know if they haven't gotten to that part of the story yet.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
They showed them. I saw it on TV last
stack
night.
of
They had them
boxes.
stacked up, the whole hallway
It's full of these
full
boxes.
of boxes, right? And then now they're in her house. She put
Okay.
it. She says she moved stuff around to put them into her house because she didn't want to have someone come back at her later and say, "What did you do with the stuff?"
Yeah, we want it
Yeah.
back?
Yeah, so it's in her house. That was the latest thing. It's in her house.
Wow.
And she said that I guess she opened a couple of them to see what they were.
Yeah.
And they are glasses.
They're glasses,
They're
okay.
eyeglasses.
Yeah.
But they're addressed to different people. You know, so
But with her address,
But with her
though?
address, it's
All right,
almost
goes-
like somebody is making her look like the distributor or something.
Yeah.
You know, let's ship them to her. She'll take care of it from
she'll-
here.
Oh my God.
It's like
And she
what?
probably doesn't know these 133 people.
No.
Probably not. They're probably not from Minnesota. They might
Probably
be from.
Wow. Well,
my
we'll just use her
Middleborough.
address, Middleborough. That's right. So yeah,
She ought to get a commission for storing them.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
it reminds me. I'm a huge fan of the All in the Family TV show,
Yeah.
and they did an episode similar to this, and this is going to go back almost 50 years. That Edith Bunker was getting sent quarters by a company, and they said the whole thing was about a computer glitch.
Yeah.
And so there's a computer glitch that keeps sending her money. And she had like $57, all in quarters. Now, she was trying to do the right thing and send
Oh,
it
of
back.
course
Archie
she
wanted
would.
to spend
Yeah,
it.
of
And
course,
that's
yeah.
all the jokes that were going on
Yeah.
back and forth. But so it's still happening, even though they made it up there in the 70s.
Oh, but
that-
that in big time, that's not.
This is a lot more
That's
money than
not a thing of
$57.
flowers or the wrong one address, you know.
Figure $20 the eyeglass.
Wow.
And that's probably cheap.
Yeah.
That's a lot that this company is losing out on.
Wow.
And who's paying the shipping? And
Wow.
so it's a mess, and it's too bad for this lady who's going to store all this stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Really.
And they're just going to keep coming while we're working on it.
Oh, good.
And,
good.
And they don't say she is going to get a gift card, but how much?
I was
gift card?
just going to say how much.
It should at least be $100.
Yes,
Yeah,
$25
really. Better be
gift
a lot
card.
more than that.
It
It
should
should
be more
be.
than that for that.
But
Yeah.
I'm going for the minimum, but it doesn't say what it's going to be, and I would love to know how much Target is.
And
gotta
all
shell
those
out for
people
this.
that are waiting for their glasses now,
They're not getting.
they're not
them.
getting them.
I had an issue one time.
And they probably paid for them
yes.
because, yeah.
I had an issue one time. I ordered something from Kohl's online. It was either a shirt or a sweater or something like that. A pair of sneakers showed up. I'm like,
Close.
all right.
Were they your size?
I didn't like them when I opened the
Oh,
box.
okay.
I'm like, nope. But somehow, in the packaging, I could tell where it was supposed to go. Or maybe it was just on the outside, but it was supposed to go somewhere in upstate New York. So I was funny on this one. I went to my local Kohl's and went to customer service, and I said, I have a problem, and now it's your problem. And I'm still waiting for my sweater, but these are not my shoes. Here you go.
Yeah,
And they go into this place in New York. Now it's your problem. It's not my problem anymore. But they were good about, we'll send it to the right person. Okay, thanks for bringing it in. And I did eventually get whatever I wanted, but it was like, well, this is like Mansfield and Marshfield. This is way off.
Yeah.
This isn't even close. It's not even interchangeable. So.
Wow.
All right. So new medical stuff, Linda. Belly fat could be linked to early stages of Alzheimer's disease.
Alzheimer's now?
Yeah, I don't see how the two are connected,
yeah,
but
yeah.
A new study found that those in their 40s and 50s with more hidden belly fat had a higher amount of an abnormal protein in the part of the brain where dementia occurs. All right. The study's senior author said men have a higher relationship between belly fat and the brain. The research also showed a relationship between belly fat and brain atrophy, which is important since the brain wasting away is a biomarker of Alzheimer's. This was done in St. Louis.
No, I had not
hadn't
heard
heard
that.
that.
I mean, belly fat and diabetes, belly fat and
Yep.
heart disease.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But it's the
Yeah,
belly fat's
interesting.
hiding that protein
That-
that works
yeah,
on the brain
yeah.
to cause dementia. So
Yeah.
okay, one more thing to be worried about.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think bottom line, belly fat's not healthy for anybody, but now it's affecting the brain too. It sounds
You
like.
wouldn't think it would, but
Yeah.
now it is.
Yeah.
All right, who's a fan of history?
Sort of.
Sort
Maybe.
of. Okay.
Yeah.
Depends
Well-
on what history.
French history. Not so much.
Not so much.
Well,
Okay.
Ed, a hat
A hat.
belonging
A
to
chapeau?
a chapeau belonging to Napoleon
Napoleon.
Bonaparte
Bonaparte.
$2 million.
is going up for auction.
Really?
Yes, the authentic black beaver felt hat is valued at around $700,000, and we put it for auction in Paris on Sunday. Historians say the iconic hat was part of Napoleon's brand, and he wore it sideways to be more recognizable in battle. Well, that doesn't make sense. That means you get shot easier.
Yeah, you don't want to be,
I've always seen the
except he
pictures.
was in charge. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, I've seen the pictures of it
Yeah.
sideways. That's
Yeah.
how you wore the hat.
yeah.
But he spun it sideways. Like
Yeah.
it's supposed to be going forward.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The French military commander owned over 120 similar hats throughout the years, but only around 20 are thought to still exist. And so you heard the opening. The
then
bidding could go as high as $2 million for this hat.
Wow.
For this.
Yeah.
Wow. It's in sync with the new movie, Napoleon.
That's right. There is a
Yeah,
movie called
yeah,
Napoleon that's
yeah.
coming out.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, all
I
right.
don't know where they get these prices, that stuff that they auction. A couple weeks ago, a guitar used by Eric Clapton was went to auction for $1.27 million.
Wow.
So that he actually played it.
Yeah, for a Fender Stratocaster.
Yeah.
Who has the money to buy that?
Not me.
That kind
Not
of
me.
price.
Rich people.
Well, you're right.
Very rich people.
It's probably going to go in some museum.
Yeah.
Yeah. The closest thing I've seen to like a Napoleon Bonaparte hat, I was in Illinois one time and went to an Abraham Lincoln museum, and they had one of his stovepipe hats under glass. You couldn't touch it.
Right, I'm sure. Yeah.
But I'm like, oh, I said that's so cool. And on the hat, you could see his fingerprints from where
Where
he'd grab
tip-
it and
Oh,
tip
yeah?
it.
Yeah.
I'm like, now that's even cooler.
That's cool. Yeah.
That
yeah.
you could actually see it. So he grabbed
Yeah.
it with his right hand in the same place every time
Yeah.
to
That's
tip
something.
the hat. I'm like, wow,
Yeah.
that is really cool.
Well,
to see.
I'm glad though that people, when you say history, I do like things to be saved that
Yeah.
that are
Yeah.
part of history. I think it's really great, and that people have that kind of money to purchase it, and
Mm-hmm.
it ends up in a museum where everybody can see
Everybody
it.
else can see it.
That's even better.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
We did a note that was called in, and 766-1240. This one goes to you, Linda. Just
What?
wanting to know anything happening at Aging Well this week that we should be aware of.
This week, well, we're closed for Thanksgiving.
Okay.
And the day after as well. They had their big Thanksgiving dinner last week, but for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the classes are still in place, and everybody's getting ready for the Christmas holiday now with the kids from Harris School coming down for a Christmas party and things like that. That's kind of where we're up to. And I won't be doing blood pressures this Thursday because it's Thanksgiving, so we're closed.
And if you did, the blood pressures would be high.
Yeah, and I'll see you next week for for your blood pressures.
You got a whole week to walk off Thanksgiving dinner.
Exactly,
Get that
exactly.
blood pressure back
But
where it's supposed
yeah,
to be.
yeah.
All right. You hear about these kind of things every once in a while. Not quite so much lately, but it's still illegal and you still shouldn't do it. This happened in upstate New York. The host of an underage drinking party facing charges in New York. Police say officers responded to a house party early Sunday morning after receiving a call about a 20-year-old unconscious male. When they arrived, the guy was conscious and was exhibiting signs of intoxication. Officers arrested the host of the party, charged them with criminal nuisance. All the underage people who were drinking alcohol at the party were turned over to parents who were called to the scene. And I know people a while ago that would do this because they thought it was a better idea that they would have complete control over what was going on at the party. And so and they had it for her daughters and her friends. And when the friends showed up, she collected the keys from everybody so they wouldn't be driving. And everyone was sleeping over. And so she thought this was a better idea to do this rather than having to do it somewhere like an abandoned house or something like that or out in the field. But I said to her, I said, it's still illegal. And I go, if someone gets sick or you need to call 911, you're going to be in so much trouble.
Yeah.
And she said, it's the risk I am willing to take.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. And,
Yeah.
she never did get in trouble and everything
No.
was fine.
Yeah.
They didn't get caught and none of the parents got mad or anything like that. So everything went fine there. But it's still,
But
what a
it's-
risk. What a roll of the dice.
Not only a risk, but I mean, it's like helping your kids to break the law, and
yeah.
do something illegal, and not to mention, the medical issues. I mean,
that could happen.
that could happen. You know, a little goes a long way with
Yeah.
those young bodies and those young minds. You know, and you know, because it's alcohol and it's illegal, it's still a drug. And it still can have bad consequences.
Right, right.
Yeah.
And so you can't. Okay, one more thing before we have to move on. We've been asking everybody. We usually do this every year. As we get closer and closer to Thanksgiving, cranberry sauce, out of the can or real?
My family likes out of the can.
So do mine. Ed?
Yeah.
And there's a third
Well,
choice. Some people don't like cranberry sauce at all.
Yeah, it's out of the can.
Out of the can, all right.
Yeah.
All right. I like it out of the can.
Yeah.
Melissa Murray, we've been going back and forth on this. She likes it real. And it's funny. There's an actual video I saw online. I mentioned this yesterday. If you get a lot of people that like cranberry sauce, how to slice cranberry sauce evenly. Mm-hmm. So everyone gets an even amount, but you got to get a hair pick. And you stick the hair pick in the cranberry sauce, and then you just put the knife in between the tines and just. And that
Oh,
way
I
you'll
see
have
what you-
an even amount for everybody.
I just buy lots. My granddaughter loves it. She loves it. Nice.
I'm the lucky one in my family. Nobody likes it.
Real-
but
oh, so you
me.
get to eat it all?
I get the whole can
Oh,
to
good for you.
myself.
Good. Well, I sent a can. I
all
sent a
mine.
can with my granddaughter, because you know they all leave with leftovers,
Yeah.
and Lily gets a can.
Gets a
All
can.
for you, kiddo.
So I don't have to worry about. So I slice my jelly cranberry sauce in chunks.
In chunks. Good for you. I mean, I like the other kind. I like cranberries.
Oh, okay.
I like cranberries.
So I think they're too tart, but
But well, yeah, I like them, and yeah. But the can,
Can.
when you're making a sandwich after the Thanksgiving sandwich,
it's
you need that.
it's the feeling of the ridges on your tongue. That's the best part. All right, that'll do it for today's show of Coffee and thank you very much for listening in. Linda, thanks for coming in.
Happy
And
Thanksgiving to everybody.
To you. And Ed Carew, thanks for coming in.
Always a pleasure, and happy Thanksgiving, and we all have something to be thankful for.
Yes, we do.
That's right. And happy Thanksgiving to you, Ed. This is Joe Callahan. Have a great day here on ON. And keep in tune. Gary Smith and the crew, Do You Remember, is coming your way at 9:30 on ON Radio.
Broadcasting live and local daily from the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Avenue and Kennedy Street. This is WOON Woonsocket Radio. And now, the news. The MBTA revealed last week that it needs an estimated $24.5 billion for repairs. Over the weekend, General Manager Phil Eng says, "Let me clarify that. It's part of a long-term needs assessment to improve the transit system." On Channel 5 TV in Boston over the weekend, he said that while all the money isn't needed right now, it's the amount that is needed totally to get the system into good repair over time. Eng said years of underinvestment created the need to rebuild the T's infrastructure.
Hello, this is Valerie Gonzalez, Vice President of the Woonsocket City Council, reporting on the highlights of the meeting held at Harris Hall on Monday, November 20th,